We're live. All right. Comments. Open up the comment section. Here we go. All right. StreamYards it is, because Streamlabs sucks. So here we go, people. Now we're on. Let's try this. Here we go. I don't know who's out there and watching, but hopefully you're one of my Discord people and you're seeing this and we'll share it out. That would be much appreciated. We are trying to get our kegerator set up, which is proved to be mighty challenging. Mighty challenging. So that's going to go here, here, and then, oh yeah, all right. Yep, StreamYards for the win, but nobody knows it's here because everybody else is waiting. So if you could go into the other one and tell everybody, hey, come on over here, because this is where the party's at.
How do I,
and you'll find out if you do that.
Oh, shit.
Yep. And actually, do you have access to Discord? Are you on Discord? I thought you were. I'd have you go and post it. Just because Streamlabs is giving me so much trouble. It's not even... I really... Streamlabs is so cool because they have... Oh, that's not going to fit, really. No. They have a lot of really cool features, but, man, you just can't get it to work. It is just like... Streamlabs is terrible. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. Hello, Snoopy. What's up, Fury? MJ in the house. We are battling with Streamlabs tonight, or Suck Labs as I like to call it, because it does suck. It was not cooperating. I was trying to get it going, and just wasn't happening. Brian K, what's going on? So, if anybody would be so kind as to share out the new link in the Discord, I would appreciate it. And what we are doing here is we are setting up our new kegerator. So it's been a unique experience, to say the least. It has been a unique experience so far. I use that term very loosely. Now I got to think about how I want to do this. So that may work. We're just trying to figure out the logistics of putting it back together, because I bought this new kegerator, which I will display for y'all. Keg stands. I will display for y'all in a minute once I get this locked up here. So it is not a brand new keg stand or kegerator. See, now you got me saying keg stand. You got me all messed up right now. It is, it's a new to me. It's used, but it's gently used. I was very lucky. I got it for like $150. We're putting some new lines on. It was in use before I got it. It was used for beer, but somebody just didn't like the way the carbonation was coming out in the Blue Moon, which I can almost understand, because wheat beers are really tough to try to get the carbonation right if you don't have a really big system. So, did I just Oh, you see, I'm not paying attention either. So, yeah. So I was like, all right, we'll go over. I'll take a look at it. If it gets cold, I'll buy it. I'll pick it up. And I get over to the person I found it on like Facebook Marketplace. So I get over to this person's house. They were really, really cool. So yeah, and now here we are. I got myself a kegerator for a good price, and got some new lines. So we're trying to piece it all together without destroying too much. So it's definitely been an experience. But once I get it together, those of you that are sticking around will get to see me enjoy the first beer out of it, because there is a keg inside there. What is the first keg tapped? Well, stand by and you'll find out in just a little bit, because that is the next step in the process. We are going to tap the keg. You guys remember that song? Tap the bottle in, twist the cap. Tap the bottle in, twist the cap. Except instead of twisting the cap, we're going to be tapping the keg, tilting the handle. Tap the keg and tilt the handle. So we are going to think. Let me see if I can. How far down did that go? That is the question. Oh, it went all the way down. Oh, look. You see it's all like cold and frosted. That's what we're looking for. That is what we are looking for. The next thing I need, come on. There is a nut stuck in here. We are trying to work its way down. Here we go. So we can put the tap back on. And once we put the tap back on, this is the most, for those of you that don't have a kegerator, this is probably the most frustrating aspect is, when you go to like clean it or whatever, and you got to put it back together. It's a colossal pain in the ass. But it will be 100% worth it once we do finally get it right as rain, so they say. Right as rain. So now, here we go. This comes in. Oh, look at that. Now we're cooking with a little gas here. Here we go. Hopefully, I am not very confident about one of the connections, because the gasket was good. It wasn't going on. It wasn't going on like expected. So I was kind of like messing with it a little bit. I'm like, come on. So it wasn't. It was not being cooperative. They definitely do not make this for people small with big hands. I'm trying to remember how it all goes together. I took it apart a couple of days ago. Just gotta think this through and thinking it through. So what is everybody else up to on this fine Thursday? What's that? Tap a keg of brew. I was in a frat. Tap a keg of brew. I love it. Were you the in the honor society in that fraternity? Maybe the president? Were you the president of that fraternity? That's quite the frat to be a president of. Tap a keg of frat. Oh yeah. Put it all together. Trying to. It's a slow, arduous process, but somebody got to do it. Somebody might as well be me. That's the way I'm looking at it. That is the way I am looking at it. Yo. Yo, yo, yo. They don't give you like a bunch of clamps with this. I had to go out and buy all new clamps and all sorts of stuff. So, Cyberflyer, what's happening? Thanks for popping in, man. We're putting together the old kegerator, and hopefully in the next fleeting moments here, we will be able to grab ourselves a cold, refreshing beverage. I was telling my neighbor earlier that I said, hey, you see this thing, it's on. Don't be afraid to come on over. Don't matter if I'm home or not. You are more than welcome to it. So I got a what they call a 6-barrel. So it's a 1/6 barrel. It would be, for those of us that are a little older, maybe in the crowd, it would have been what we would have considered a beer ball, essentially. That's kind of what we're looking at here. So there is approximately 55 or so beers in here. Yeah. I don't like the way that looks either. Don't like the way that looks either. I said, oh, maybe this slides in, but that is not the truth. The truth shall set you free. Yeah, me too. That's about the only thing I could equate it to was a beer ball. It's about the closest thing I can get. So while I am messing around with this, let's do this here. So where's my camera? Oh, that's not the thing I'm looking for. And we're gonna come down here. I forgot this is the thing you gotta to flip the camera. I gotta go all the way into my settings. Back camera. Here we go. Okay. So this is the piece where it's the tap. We're putting this in here. This, if you know what a keg is, you know where this goes. This goes on the top of the keg. The red line goes to the CO2 bottle, which is, there's the kegerator itself. Okay, and CeeLo, what's happening, dude? So when we open this up, there it is. Ba, 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 ba. So this one's all digital. As you can see, it keeps right now. So it's been up here in New England. It's been well over 90 degrees. The heat index has been over 100. This thing sits outside in my tiki bar. I've been having the umbrella open to keep the sun off of it. And at 100 degrees, I have this thing turned down to 32. It's keeping the temperature of, you'll see it pop back up, 48 degrees. This is what a 6th barrel looks like. So just a tiny little thing. Ain't much in there. Oh, look at that. Sam Adams. That's what we tap in today. And then next to it, this is the CO2. So that's kind of what gives you the carbonation. And that is what is going to push the beer up and out from the keg. So that's it. That is the kegerator. That is the kegerator. So that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I am super excited to have it. We're going to be using it feverishly all summer. I hope. At least that's my intent, is to use it all summer. Here we go. So, what was I doing here? Right, I was doing this. I was trying to get the layout right. Taking it apart was a piece of cake, but I've never taken one apart before. I'm trying to remember how it goes together. I've got the bones of it in. It's just a matter of finessing this part into where it needs to go. Oh yeah. Anybody else got one of these at home or something similar? They actually, so this is probably this is a little much for most people. You know, I mean, unless you are some like uber beer lover. As some of you may or may not know, I brew my own beer. I have my own beer label. So this kind of made sense for us to kind of invest in. So it was well worth the investment for us, because we will absolutely fill this up. There we go. And now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull this thing out. This line is going to come right out right now. And this is going to come up this way because there's some pieces in it. We're going to take this out for a minute, because okay, this is what's on the other end. What we do is we take this end later, okay, and we spin it onto this. We spin it onto the top right here. So I think for now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this all apart on one end, so I have an open, end to work with. So you guys may actually, believe it or not, you may get an off the off-the-cuff impromptu stream tomorrow. Because I have the day off. So, if I were y'all, I would make sure you are subscribed. Pierce, what's happening? I would make sure you are subscribed and you got your notifications on. There is the possibility of an impromptu stream tomorrow. Definitely do not want to miss out on that. Aha! I see. What I should have done was I should have wrote down like directions. Been like, slot A, side B. Oh, the things we learn. Ain't that the truth? Oh, the things we learn. Oh, Pierce, you're on your drive home, huh? This is going to involve adult time. We're tapping a keg, man. Dude, we got the keg. Jay, what's happening? What is going on? Jay, I got my kegerator here, man. You want to come by? You know the place. But we are trying to put it back together. It is an interesting assembly at this point. And I haven't even had any beer yet. But for those of you just coming in, we do have a little bit of Sam Summer on tap. So we will definitely be partaking in that. This goes here. So they send this nice little foam piece. I don't know if they sent it or the guy just put it in here, the people that had it before me. But if they put it in here, that was nice of them. It'll help keep the refrigeration, to help keep it cold, which is great. All right. So here, and here. All right, here we go. This comes in. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Okay. And then we're going to get this. Now I think hopefully we're getting somewhere. Got this, and then not. Here we go. Okay, it comes up and over, and here we go, kids. Everybody, hang on to your woolies. It's about to get deep. Deep. How deep did it get? It got so deep. Even Captain Jack Sparrow couldn't find his way out. So, speaking of Captain Jack Sparrow, Jay's like, I'll be right there. Nah, Jay, I got some plastic cups out here, man. Did any of you all notice lately? So, while I'm doing this, we might as well talk a little shop, right? Have any of you all noticed that there has been a terrible, let me pick this up a little. There has been a terrible amount of just not niceness going on at the Magic Kingdom. And I bring this up because, as many of you may or maybe don't know, we will be heading down to our home away from home, coming in August. And it has definitely been unnerving, I guess is a good descriptor, because, you know, who wants to go and have that potentially happen? Hang on a second, everybody. We're going to plug you in. Y'all, too much power. And I don't think I have the right cord. So, Stephanie, I hope you are listening, because I do not have the right cord. Well, let's see how far we get. There has been a very unusual amount of, see? There's been and what I would consider to be a large, obnoxiously large, let's face it, it's obnoxious at this point, an obnoxiously large volume of people throwing hands, as they say, down at the Magic Kingdom. And it is definitely, man, I'll tell you what, it is definitely a little unnerving. Only because, so first of all, when you do that crap, man, you ain't doing nothing but ruining other people's vacations. Never mind your own. Like, man, you want to ruin your own vacation? I am all for it. Have at it. Your money, you spent it. You do how you see fit. You know what I'm saying? But, dude, like, seriously, bro, why are you going to go and ruin other people's vacations? Like, people are all paid just as much money as you. Maybe some more, maybe some less. But, man, you are, like, really, like, sticking it to people, you know? You should expect when you go down to Disney World that it's going to be hot, okay? It's going to be crowded. There's going to be a ton of people there. Who doesn't want to go to the happiest place on earth, right? I mean, that should be the expectation. You should expect to spend a lot of money. Now, that's not to say that you can't save money. You can. Absolutely, you can. I have some really good tips. If anybody's ever looking for some, you just hit me up. You know where to find me. I've got some really good tips on how to save some money. But, like, dude, seriously, bro, why you got to be like that? I just seen another one today. I was beside myself. I'm like, are we for real right now, people? Like, what are we actually doing? You know? Like, yes, thank you. Man, there ain't no room for that, you know? Timmy! No. What's up, Coaster Mom? Here we go. Now we got you all plugged in so you don't die.
You get it?
Like, I think I got it. This end looks good. I just go worry about the other end and we'll be okay. Yeah, look at it. See, we'll show. Okay, here we go. It's in. Got it. Tap looks like it's ready to go. So we're going to fix the other end. And we're almost ready to tap keg. So, now I don't know, I do not know exactly what the answer is. I can tell you that.
You're saying people are like fighting?
Yeah, again today I saw there was another video where it was like several people from like different parties were like all over each other, throwing haymakers, wrestling to the ground.
Seriously?
Yeah, unfortunately, the mouse security was not to be found, and if they were, they weren't in the video I saw. They weren't found very quickly, which seems to be, I don't want to say it seems to be their thing that they're doing lately.
Avoid it, right? Ignorance is bliss. Is that what?
Yeah, I would hate to say that they're avoiding it, but I would expect that a response would be a lot quicker than what it has been. How about I leave it at that? With that being said, I also understand that there are a bazillion people there, man. Right? And, you know, like many other places, Disney's cutting back. So, yeah, way too many fights, right? And, you know, so maybe they're not staffed as well as they should be. They do have sheriffs. There are sheriffs on the park grounds that are paid to be there. That's how you get arrested when you're there. Okay, but oh, here we go. Here we go, people. Um, you know, it's still there's only so much they can do, I guess. And people, I really feel like, man, people, y'all fighting down there, man. That is probably not the vacation for you. You know, people are getting. I see a lot of videos. People getting angry, right? They're like, man, my Disney vacation was ruined because they didn't create Disney magic for me. Well, how didn't they create Disney magic? Well, like, I don't know, like my food wasn't hot enough for me, and I sent it back, and they didn't do anything extra for me. Well, that probably shouldn't be your expectation, first of all. Okay, probably going in there with the wrong idea to begin with. Um, but what are you expecting for magic? I guess is really the question. What do you expect to get out of Disney for your money? You expect a clean park. You expect to get on rides. I think when it comes to rides, you know, we are in a day and age now where you can get on rides. Yes. Is it easy? Probably not, because as unpopulated as they claim the parks are, I can tell you what I see. I have I have seen it busier. Make no mistake. Um, but it's also those parks are racked and stacked, baby. They are racked and stacked. 100% racked and stacked. So yeah, so there's that. Ooh, kids, I think we about ready. Um, so I think people need to use just a little bit of common sense. I would say do not expect carte blanche. Don't go expecting them to give you, royalty treatment, but you should be expected to be treated good and expect to spend a lot of money. And please, you got to have patience, people. You have got to just have some patience while you're down there. You've got to. There are little kids everywhere. There's families. There are people with, disabilities. Some very severe disabilities at times. All just trying to get along. You know what I mean? And you got to have patience. You got to be willing to kind of just stroll along. And I understand some people. I mean, we're fortunate, right? You guys see me. I go a lot. My family goes a lot. We're fortunate. Some people, it's literally like a once in a lifetime thing. So, you know, and I get that, but man, we just got to do better, people. Got to do better. You got to have a little patience down there. Don't be swinging like fisticuffs, man. Come on. Little kids around, bro. We need to set the example for our kids. You know what I mean? We should be setting the example for how people need to act and treat each other. Man, y'all down there fighting. What are you doing? What are you doing? All right. We leave August 21st. August 21st. So I think we are getting ready. I'm going to. So right now, I showed you the tap part. This is a regulator, right? So what happens is the red line. Okay. this end is going to go into the small silver container that has the CO2. It regulates the pressure with this dial. And what we do is we put, this helps regulate pressure. So we put CO2 into the keg, and then the keg, the pressure in turn, pushes the beer out of the tap, pushes the beer up through the keg, out the tap. Typically, believe it or not, when you plug this in, and you lock this handle down, which I need to do, right? So we're gonna lock this handle down. When this presses down, this little point right here, right? It's gonna press down to a ball. So what happens is we fill the canister with CO2, and typically there's a little stem that this fits into, and the beer gets forced up that little tube, up that little stem, and comes out the tap. So, all right, here's what we're gonna do. I am gonna try to put the tap on the keg. Tap the bottle in, twist the cap, tap the keg in, move the handle. Ooh, here we go. Okay. Keg, my friends. The keg is tapped. So, if I bring you guys over here, try not to knock you down, but if I bring you over here, that keg is now tapped. So, that keg is now tapped. The next thing we need to do is we need to hook up our CO2 bottle. So, we are going to do that right here. The keg will stay cold for a little bit outside of the refrigerator, so I'm going to close the refrigerator door, and we're going to do this. You pull off this little red tab. We can take care of that later. Here we go. All right. So this piece, again, goes into the stem here. So and what you should do is you should try to leave this up and down, although I don't know how this is going to work, because it's definitely tight in there. You guys saw the picture before. It's definitely tight. Eleanor, what's happening? Yeah, and she brings up a good point, Brian. I probably should get some red Solo cups, right? Because it's just not the same, right? So, give this little... All right. So, I barely cracked this thing. There it is. All right. So now I twist this knob open. Now, for those of you, this is a life lesson, okay? Life lessons with Sean. For those of you tapping a keg and doing your own CO2 thing, typically, so you can find a bunch of pressures. Depends upon what you're doing. So this Sam Adams is a lager. So I'm going to want to set my regulator pressure somewhere around 10 pounds. So here's what happens. You really shouldn't go over 15. So you really shouldn't go over 15. And this is because, So the pressures are going to do one of two things, right? I'm actually going to start a little low. I'm going to start just a little low. We're going to start just a little low. We're going to start at 5, and we're going to see what happens. So here's what's going to happen. If you have a kegerator and you put your CO2 to it, and you got your regulator dialed up to 15, and you're going to pour like a really light beer, like maybe a lager, it's going to come out over-carbonated. And if you have ever had over-carbonated beer, what happens is you get a really big amount of foam. If you pour a beer and you've got your kegerator hooked up and it comes out with little to no fizz, there's not enough pressure. You need to turn your pressure up. So typically, like your wheat beers, they will require a little bit more pressure. How long will a CO2 canister last once connected? That is a great question. So I was told by the people that own this, they had a canister half this size. And they said that that little canister, which was, this is a 5-pound bottle. So that little canister that they had, they said could get them through a couple of kegs. What's that?
I brought real glass.
Oh, you've got a real glass. Perfect. So, let's, okay. Keg is tapped, handles down. So I'm hoping that this will last me a while. Now, if you guys can see here, this setup's really nice because on the end of this is a valve. So this valve is the shutoff valve. So when I open this valve up top to release the gas, if you guys were to zoom, you can see the needles moved, right? This valve actually stops it from flowing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open that valve very slowly, as slow as I can, in order to pressurize the keg at a very slow rate, just in case, God forbid, something was to go wrong. We don't want to make a bomb. That would be bad. I would.
Stuff in there.
What's the matter?
The hose is already got.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh.
Yep. I would lose little bits and bits and bits and bits. So we do not want to lose little bits and bits and bits. Okay. So we are tapped. Oh, there it is. All right. All right. So let me move my chair real quick. So, of course, like anything, here we go. So I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see what's going on. Tapping 101. You haven't tapped a keg since high school. I love it. Let's see, it's going to come out kind of foamy here. So let's see, that's a lot of foam. Now, that could be for a couple of reasons. One, the keg has just been tapped. 2, I'm looking, my pressure pressure's at 5. So we are now see it come down to a trickle. That's telling me there's probably not enough pressure. So we're going to turn it up just a little bit. Okay, I got it up to 10. Woo! We're gonna have to let some beer run out of this. Oh yeah.
Your burger has flies off of it.
Yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right. So as you can see, it's still pouring. It's pouring a lot of foam. The beer's still good in it. I mean, if you let it settle, it's fine. Jay, can you go inside the house and ask Stephanie for like a big bowl.
A bowl.
Yeah. Just like a big bowl. Of course,
Stuff on there?
Impossible Burger. That's for dinner. Impossible Burger on a nice Portuguese roll, straight out of Fall River. Although the roll's not part of the diet. The Impossible Burger is. It is a keg of Sam Summer. Wow. Let's see. We're going to dial it in a little bit here. Okay. We're going to turn our pressure all the way down and start from the bottom, work our way up. And I can see that there is a ton of pressure in the line. Getting better. It's getting a little better. Getting a little better. Tapping 101. Sorry, miss. Nope, that is, whoops, sorry. That is a, this is a keg of Sam Summer. Regular old keg. It is good beer, though. Yes, sir. It is some good beer. We're going to take a bite of the burger while we're here waiting.
Go all the way in for a bowl, and you're not going to need it now. What's up, people?
Thank you.
No longer installments. You got a tap for that yet?
What's that?
You got a topper for that yet?
No, I haven't bought a handle yet. That is going to be the next, probably the next purchase will be a handle. So, we are going to play with this thing a little bit.
You know how badly I was hoping for rain today?
It's supposed to rain here, so we'll see.
No, I mean earlier.
Oh,
Being out in this weather was awful. This morning it was 75 at 95% humidity.
ooh, that is not the way to go. So, life lessons. We are just dumping beer out right now to dial this thing in. I'm going to dump that right over there. Hand it back. Well, Actually, I lie. There's a lot of beer at the end of that.
There is. Get a cup?
You want a cup? I'll give you a plastic one. We'll just run the foam off the top and drink the beer at the bottom of the bowl. Kegerator, I'm in. What's up, Gator? We are trying to dial in our...
Yeah, it's still white foam, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, let me get a straw. Here we go.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, man. There is nothing like straight Sam Summer.
Oh, it's Sam Summer?
Oh.
Even better.
Nothing like Sam Summer straight out of the keg, man. That is like, all right, let's go.
So what have you called this, your little tiki bar?
What's that?
What's the name of your tiki bar?
We've been calling it the Oasis.
The Oasis.
Yes. What I'm going to do now is I am going to close all the lines. And we're going to start brand new. Okay.
It's the Oasis.
Oh, Oasis. Oasis.
What is it?
I don't really know. I'd have to look it up. That is not it.
The Oasis.
Oh, okay. So we're learning.
Don't you have to prime the tank first with like full CO2 and then?
Yeah, it's definitely primed. That's for sure.
The Oasis. All right. Well, I figured out what I'm getting you for your birthday gift.
Okay, good.
Probably gonna be late,
That's all right.
but Sean, I can put 2 Texas on it for $40, and I can get it.
Nice.
So I can put like the Oasis and then
Can you put my logo on the other side?
B on the other side.
Yeah. Hey, look it. Getting better though.
Oh.
Getting better. Yeah. Here, you can pull that one up.
Fill a couple of cups here.
Take it
I know.
over there.
I know.
There we go. All right. So. So I've discovered the blue valve, which is supposed to be the shutoff, is not working.
I'm gonna have to let that sit for a second.
Yeah, it's good.
That's you. That's better.
It's very interesting.
I'll make sure it's not the beer. And your neighbor's yard does too. Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to turn it all
This is
down.
yours?
What's that?
Do you want this here? I'll put it next to your food.
Sure.
Oh, look at that. See, now this is what you need right here, Sean.
This is like...
Even with a lot of foam in that bowl, I did the perfect
Yeah,
job.
I know. It's coming out good. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here. That's good.
I guess I'll go on and say hello.
But we are trying to get it low. How low can we go? How low can we go?
Tin Can Thursday?
It is a Tin Can Thursday. Very good, Jay.
Shut my volume off because I hear you.
All right, so now we know what that does. That's what I thought. That is a bleeder. We got a bleeder. Okay, so Sam Summer.
Gator goes, we have a funnel. The bowl is gone.
We have a funnel. I love it.
Oh, that's actually a lot better.
It is a lot better.
So, okay, so take a cup, kick it sideways, and pour yourself one.
I'm going to try my glass. I'm going to see what happens. I don't know. Nope.
No? Still come and go. Wicked head?
Yeah. So that's telling me that there's too much pressure in here, and this is dumbed down as low as it can go. So I am half wondering if I need a new regulator.
Hey, Sean, is it homemade brewing time? Triple two.
Oh. Nope. Tapped the keg of Sam Summer though, and trying to
Where'd you get the regulator from?
trying to get this right. See, there ain't like no pressure in this keg now. There should be no pressure in this keg. Okay. So now there's no pressure in the keg. We've reset to 0. Such a good beer. Oh, yeah. And I have burger because, well, why not, right? Beers, burger. Impossible Burger. Semi in the diet plan. Not so much the bread, but. So I've started incorporating, believe it or not, CrossFit into my workout. So that's been an interesting experience.
Wait till you read my comment. Gotta throw a little joke in there, a little humor.
Okay.
You get a full keg or a mini?
It's a 6th.
Okay. What do they say it's supposed to be at?
What's that?
The seems like it's not enough pressure coming out.
No, there's enough. See, it's getting better.
Yeah.
And now I know I'm on the right track because the stuff that I'm getting into the bowl, look how
Yes.
like the head goes away instantly. So I know whatever I'm doing is sort of working.
Read my comment.
Okay. How you doing?
No, what's great about this? I don't have to work tomorrow.
Me neither.
Oh, this is
I'm off.
I got the next 4 days off.
I wonder if. Man, it's coming out of that damn keg all foamed up. Look at the line.
Huh?
Yep.
They don't tell you online what it should be.
No, it's supposed to be.
Is the keg not cold enough anymore?
No, it's cold. Wow, look at it run.
Jeez.
But it's all foam.
It is all foam.
Literally all foam. So, that was too much pressure, and I knew that because I jacked it to like 20. But man,
Cup the foam. Don't give me the bowl, just cup the foam.
I mean,
Cup the foam off the top and I'll chuck it.
oh yeah.
Instead of dumping the beer. I don't want to waste anymore.
Oh,
it's settling pretty quickly, though.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Run out of room there. And I have to start using your glass.
Oh, we'll just have to drink more.
Okay. So what's the pressure supposed to be at?
Should be about 7 psi, 5 to 7 psi. Not very much. But as you can see, so here's what we're doing, right? Is making bowls of beer. And we'll scrape the head off of it to drink the beer.
Should have got the funnel.
That's what Gator said. He said we should get a funnel.
Well, I'm just saying to fill the beers with so that I don't spill it all on myself.
Yeah. But that is the basics of kegging and kegeratoring. And now it's just a matter of dialing in the CO2. I think what I am going to do tomorrow, since I'm off, is I'm going to go see if I can go to a couple of friends of mine, grab their regulator, and stick it on the tank. And then that'll tell me for sure if it's the regulator or not. Yeah, and that's going to be kind of my plan.
Just dip your cup. Don't even pour it. Just
Right.
Dip it.
We're going to pour the bowl of beer. Stand by. That's fun. Here we go.
Sleep the bowl for a second.
So, well, I
You want the
am.
bowl of beer back, or do you want me to dump it?
Yeah, oh yeah, leave the bowl, because that's
Good beer.
like that. Yeah, that's good beer, right?
Yeah. See, the head is going away pretty quickly.
Yeah, the head is dissipating very quickly on the beer. We are going to refrigerate this, so.
I'm a little behind there.
Oi.
I don't know why.
Here we go. And the kegerator itself is still holding temperature. I mean, it's still, like 87 degrees out here, and all the lines in here. Oy. Close the door. Aha! Presto! Presto changeo. Excuse me. And I got this neat little bar mat that the people were nice enough to throw in. And that is a kegerator, ladies and gentlemen. Coach, what's happening?
Coach on?
Uh-huh. So you may have noticed we are using StreamYards tonight. Two reasons. One, Streamlabs. Oh, wait a minute here. Oh, whoa. Where'd y'all go? Where did you? Oh, you fell. What are you guys doing down there? You guys gotta come back here, man. There we go. Much better. So we were gonna use Streamlabs, but Streamlabs being a little bitch tonight. So we decided to use StreamYards instead, which is good. Because we're gonna be using StreamYards down in Disney. So, and I think I'd like to use StreamYards going forward. It just seems to be a more stable platform. For whatever reason, my iPhone tends to fight with Streamlabs all the time. Doesn't matter how good my Wi-Fi is, how good my signal is. It is what it is, right? But cheers, my friends. Cheers. The kegerator is finally up and running. We got to dial it in. We'll get there.
I love Snapchat.
The beer is good, Coach.
Sean,
Nothing wrong with the little Sam Summer.
this is what I get sent to me.
Alrighty. So there's that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we had we have a bowl out here, Coach. We're trying to dial in the kegerator. It's really foamy. I can't get the pressure at the right point just yet. I think the regulator might be messed up. But that's okay. Have no fear. Because tomorrow, while I'm off, I'm going to be able to go out and solve my regulator issue. I might even buy a new one, to be honest with you. I may just suck it up and drop the $150 and buy a new regulator, one that's like low pressure, does like a pound or two.
It comes a little influencer.
Yep. So we shoved it back into the refrigerator. So now we're hoping that we're gonna let it get cold because it was out for about 30 minutes. So it's starting to sweat.
Huh?
Put everything back in the fridge, and
No, that's not a problem.
hopefully we will
Close up.
we'll get it straightened out. So the Sam Summer's a lager, so we got it set for about 5-6 pounds of pressure. It's recommended anywhere from 4 to 7. So, oh, come on in. All right, you want to say hi to everybody? Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
We're all watching right now. There's a little influencer. All right, good night.
Night.
Love you. I'll see you later. Say bye to everybody.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you in Disney, right?
Woo!
So we're going to have a Stella cam in Disney.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So with the power of StreamYards, because we can have multiple people on stream at once, we are going to every now and then give her a camera and call her into the stream and make her the primary focus. And people will be able to see what I see and what she sees. He is here ripping beers. Yep, just got here, Coach.
Just for you, Coach. Just for you, buddy.
Just got here, so
Taking one for the team.
I'm hoping that maybe by the keg getting a little colder. So
It should help it.
at the beginning, yep. So the internal temperature of the kegerator is 48 degrees, which is perfect. That's like awesome sauce, right? And actually, I think there's enough room in there for a carboy. So I may actually be able to brew a lager now. Because to brew a lager, you need temperature control, and it needs to ferment in the carboy at about 55-ish degrees, 52, somewhere in there. So this little bad Larry may come in handy. But considering it's still 85 degrees out here, this thing's holding temperature at 48. So
You got it, Coach. Come on down. Come on over.
Hey, you guys are more than welcome. You can show up. Coach, I'll send you my address. If you're out here for softball, swing by the house. Kegerator is going to be plugged in because it's going to keep the beer cold. It's outside the tiki bar. And grab one of the bar stools, pull right on up, and start yanking on the tap.
We'll do our own video, Coach.
Yep. Uncle Orville, what's happening? So this is great. We are, for those of you just getting here, first of all, please hit that like button. If you have not already, please subscribe. Sam, what's happening? We are here. I have just tapped my kegerator. We are trying to dial it in. The CO2 is a little off. It's coming out really foamy, and the pressure is super low, so it shouldn't be doing that. So I shoved the keg and the CO2 canister back in to chill it off, and we're going to let it cool down for a little bit and see if that helps things here. So, but what we've been doing in the meantime, we have the bowl, is we've been filling the bowl up, right? So like we come over here like this, we go like this, we go wee, and it comes out. See, it's still coming out foamy, man. Still coming out foamy.
That's okay.
Although
It's a lot better.
it is a lot better, isn't it?
Why don't you try a glass?
So
There's
we've been filling up the bowl, and just kind of throwing caution to the wind, seeing what happens. So let me make sure that the regulator's open here. I don't even know how much pressure's in this thing, but right. So I go like this.
No, that's so bad. Well, that's not bad. Or tilt. You know what you need? You need like a little foam thing. A foam catcher.
Although, so we're getting close, people, right?
It's a lot better.
So you know where we started. Now look at the glasses we're pouring.
Half glass.
Right? So a half glass. I mean, we were only getting this much in the glass before, right? We were only like up to here, and the rest was foam. So we're going to let it get a little colder, and I think we're doing okay. But in the meantime, what we do is we take the bowl, and there's a little loss, but we come over here. Those you guys can't.
Freaking bad episode.
What's happening now?
Somebody wrote fishbowl. You need
Fish
a
bowl.
giant.
A giant fish bowl.
You need a giant straw.
Do you guys remember the You guys remember the Bourbon Street streams? We had a giant fish bowl out there. That was one of the beers you could buy. It was a giant fish bowl. It was yep. It was called I got the beer called the Big Ass Beer, and that was 32-ounce beer. It came in literally a mini bucket, said Big Ass Beer. But the biggest beer you could get from there was 72 ounces, and it came in a legit fish bowl. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, Coach, I'm going to chill down the keg. We're going to see if that works. Yep.
Uncle Orville. That's a good 6 inches before you get to the
Thanks, Uncle Orville. You know.
Oh, he brings up a good point.
But look what happens.
Why pour it? Why not ladle it?
See? But look what, in like,
Coach
I don't know, what was that? A minute? Not even a minute. Look what happened.
Coach
The head went away.
He wouldn't spill so much.
The head went away. So, is this a Breaking Bad episode? Is this Breaking Bad episode? Yeah, all is well. It ends in the beer drinking stream. I'm just scrolling back up through the chat.
Uncle Orville, it shrinks.
Oh, Uncle Orville, you've been on 3 channels.
It shrinks. Oh, that's great.
I'll do my first. Coach, your first stream from my tiki bar when I'm in Florida would be absolutely incredible.
Why is his message react?
It shrinks.
Why did he retract his message?
I don't know. I can't see what happens on YouTube when I'm on StreamYard. So, yeah. Oh, Sam, it's
cold out.
It's a chilling, like, what, 85 degrees right now or something like that.
Yeah.
So, and the humidity is still up in the 70-80% range or something like that.
It was
humidity.
When I got home, it was at 92% humidity.
Yeah,
it's
it's
5:30.
Humidity's definitely, it's probably into the 80s. I mean, you just sit here and breathe water. Joseph, welcome in, sir. Oh yeah. So we are all here. I love it. You know what the best part is? My people like to drink. And when I'm drinking, they enjoy it, which makes me want to drink more. And well, since I don't have to go to work tomorrow, guess I'm drinking more. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for being here.
What'd you get tomorrow?
Yeah. I had to use some time, so.
Oh, sounds like me.
Yeah.
I used 2 days, so now I have a 4-day weekend.
Yeah. Use it or lose it. So.
Yep.
Exactly. I hate beer. Coach, you hate beer. Hate beer.
Enough cold beer.
Uncle Orville brings up a good point. Enough cold beer would lower my core body temp. And,
you could fight your neighbors.
we'll put a hurt on this keg tonight. We kick it. I have to go out and get one tomorrow. It does say on the side of the keg, though. Oh, excuse me. To believe it or not, to keep this between 30,
probably like
34 and like 42 degrees or something like that. So.
Yeah, my mini fridge
was me to
wasn't
drink.
big enough for you. I
No,
was gonna give you
no.
my mini fridge, but
It's like this thing's set
my mini
up.
fridge
To,
would hold like a quarter keg, and that's it.
yeah.
That's not enough beer.
So I'm gonna have to watch this thing though, right? Because if this is only getting down to 48 degrees, I know this sounds silly, but beer is such a science that not having it at like 42 or 43 really could make the difference between.
I'm wondering if the temp outside will change.
Well, hopefully having the keg back inside will solve that. So.
No, I mean with the cooler itself.
Yeah. It's, what's funny is I learned from brewing beer is
Where's yours?
in the shed, over in the shed garage,
Okay.
is that beer is really a fickle type of food. If you brew it too hot, it doesn't come out right. If you pitch your yeast and it's too warm, you don't get alcohol. If you don't let it ferment long enough, you don't get no alcohol. If you do something a little abnormal, like you don't treat your water, you get off taste. You know, it's really, beer is really, as good as it tastes, it's really more about science and math than it is actually like cooking, I guess, or producing beer. So it could very well be that a couple of degrees just makes it foam, at which point that tells me that the kegerator itself is not cold enough to do beer and that it was a waste of money.
It's all about pH and materials.
There's a lot of good scientists in Mexico. Yep. pH and minerals, coach. You ain't lying. Bye, coach. What?
I told him bye.
Oh.
I got off a chat.
Oh.
I want to sit here and enjoy my beer, not stare at it.
He's going to sit here and enjoy his beer. I like staring at the chat. And the peeps. Foam party. Sam, this is the type of foam you would want at the nightclub, if you know what I mean. This is 100% the foam you want at the nightclub. Where else could you dance around the foam and then leave there drunk from drinking the foam?
Sean, what's that cord running out of the window?
Cable.
Oh.
Poor man's cable.
Hey, man. It works, doesn't it? I didn't realize.
From a frosted night.
Satellite on the side of the
Yeah.
Been here how long in this thing?
Yeah, 15 years. It's all good.
What's that?
Well,
I'm getting a pit in my stomach. I'm gonna walk for a second.
see what happens. Oh. There's like no pressure in there. Hang on. Oh,
That
there you go. All right. Like, what is going on? Yep. So it says 34 to 40 degrees on the side of the keg. So me being 8 degrees warmer could very well be the factor. Yep. See? No bueno. No bueno. Mug. Damn autocorrect. Gets me every time, Joe. Gets me every time. Autocorrect. The nemesis.
Where'd you get your loom from?
Arujo Farms, actually, I got my loom from.
I can tell. You can see the weeds growing through.
Yeah, we got some pumpkins too.
Did you?
Yep.
Seeds or actual pumpkins?
Oh no, they're pumpkins coming up. See that? It looks like lettuce.
Yeah.
That's pumpkin. There's a second one to the left. There's a third one to the left of that.
I don't think they're pumpkins.
Oh yeah, that's pumpkin. 100%. It's gonna fall in about a month, and then the vine's gonna run. So funny you ask. I do not have a tapper yet. Because I think I'm gonna have a custom tapper made. One with my beer logo on it. I thought about getting another one that said like the Oasis on it. So that I believe is what is going to happen. I thought about buying I don't know, tap handles are a dime a dozen, right? You could probably go out and find 10 of them tomorrow for about a nickel. I was like, I don't want just any old, so.
I think I have an old one at home. From Captain George's.
Oh, really?
Old Captain George's. How's the head on it?
Bad.
Bad?
Yep.
Did you lower the pressure back down?
No, I turned it up because it wasn't really coming out.
Beer, start barking like a dog.
We're out here.
I went for a job yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
For an interview with Titleist.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Making golf balls.
Making golf balls.
Well, I should say making the plugs.
Yep. I think that's what I'm going to do, Coach. Place the regulator and see what happens. Actually, I think I'm going to get a real, because this, I don't know where they got this regulator from, but the thing goes up to like something stupid, like 50 or 70 pounds of pressure. Your regulators for your kegs don't need to go that high. You know, a real big system, like if I was in a restaurant and I had like
4 kegs going.
Yeah, you know what? I had like 12 kegs going and they were 100 feet away. Sure, I'd want a huge pressure system because you got to overcome like friction loss and stuff like that. But with this, I need something that taps out at like 10 pounds max. So, oh, Coach, would you really? Dude, that would be fantastic, man. I would be souped.
What's he got?
He can turn out a couple of handles in the wood shop for me.
Ooh,
and then laser engrave them.
that's what I was going to do for you, but I was going to pay someone to do it.
The conversion is messing up. Yeah, that's an Applebee's rig. It is. It is, Coach. And that's what happens. Like when you go to a restaurant and you know, or a restaurant, a brew house, a tavern, or whatever it is, and you see like 6, 7, 8, 9 taps on the wall, them guys are running like seriously. They are running like 30, 40 PSI in their lines. Then they have another regulator that they dumb down right below where the taps are on each tap. Because, for instance, like you guys are seeing it right now, this lager should be served at about 7 PSI, at most 7 PSI, right? I have it set to like 5. It's still coming out foamy because something's messed up. So you can't just have every tap at the same pressure.
So
When you look at like porters and stuff, they have a different sort of pressure and they have a different tap. So, you know, like wheat beers, like the Belgian wheats and stuff, those I think are somewhere around, I want to say 10 or 12 PSI. I thought a lager was somewhere around 7, give or take, a couple PSI either direction.
So according to Google,
What's the range?
what PSI should a kegerator be set at?
Wow.
12 PSI.
12, right? Because they're thinking 12 is a good base. 12 is a good general number. But really, it's not.
They're
because
saying 12 to 14 PSI
yeah,
for your
supposedly, but I don't buy it. Because right now we're getting foam. Foam means you got too much CO2 in your beer, which means there's too much CO2 in the keg.
so half of it would be 7.
Yep.
6 to 7 PSI is what you're looking at.
That's what I would think. Or, you know, if they're figuring you have a full barrel at say 12, This is a 1/6 barrel, meaning it only needs like 2 psi to run,
Yeah.
and I can't dial in 2 psi to run it. So, anything about Patriots, Sox, and Bruins? All right. Your engraver will break itself. Coach, do you have that engraver at your house? Is that like a school thing, or what is that? Yeah, so Coach, it's not a full-size keg. It's a 1/6 keg. It's like a bullet barrel. It's essentially a beer ball. You only need like a pound, right? A pound and a half. So
See if our cousin wants to come meet up.
which one? Yeah.
She was at the Ugly Duckling.
Oh, really?
Right. Where are you at?
Both. Oh, all right. Hey, listen, you tell me what the price is, and I will do it. Just give me a price. That's awesome.
Okay.
I am on board. I may have you make a couple. I have a couple different ideas, so. And no, nothing that will be anything sports related. Oh, yeah. Dude, that's so cool, Coach, that you can do that. I had no idea you could do laser engraving.
No.
Actually,
This is a kegerator.
Coach, if I you know what? When the stream's done tomorrow, Coach, I'm off tomorrow. So I'm gonna give you a call because I have an idea, and I think you could help me. And it might be something you'd be able to, if you have like a laser engraver at home, it might be able to be something you could do. And if the softball thing's gonna happen, maybe bring with you, and I'll pay you for delivery and everything else. Right. Oh, no. We are going to work out a price. Mm-hmm. You got to get paid for your time, man. Your time's valuable. Oh, you can do rotary engraving too? Oh, my Lanta. Oh, my tiki bar is about to expand. Oh, my tiki bar is about to expand. Nope. He said nope. Yeah, see, there's a pressure thing because this pressure's way down. Way down. Look what's happening. It's better when there's almost nothing in there. It is 100% better when there's almost nothing in there. Oi. Oi. All right. I am at this point. Yeah, see, there's almost no pressure in here, and look what's happening. When there's almost no pressure, it's got to be the regulator. Because look at what's happening. So it's got to be. Anyways, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Been at like an hour and 35 minutes. So is the guy a stout drinker? You know what? So here's the deal, right? when I bought this, they said they couldn't get the carbonation right for Blue Moon because they were really big Blue Moon drinkers. And I was like, oh, it's weird. And then I thought, well, maybe it's not cold enough. So I'm like, maybe it's not cold enough because it's only getting to 48 degrees. So I'm like, all right. Is it only 48 degrees because it's literally outside in 90-degree heat 24/7 for the last couple of days? Then part of me is like, a Belgian ale, that thing should be served at about 10 psi. This thing does 10 psi. So if it's not carbonated enough for you, what the heck is going on? Like the carbonation I'm seeing coming out of the tap is literally something that needs to be put into like a heavy beer, like something that you would need with nitrogen. So I, Coach, have sat here tonight and wondered if he's got the wrong type of regulator. I'm wondering if he has a nitrogen regulator and not a CO2 regulator. So I really believe it's the regulator that is killing me right now. So we're going to try to take care of that. But with that being said, I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to go. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my night. I got some family coming over right now. We're going to do a bit of talking. And yeah, so that's going to be good. But thank you all for being here. I'm going to do another stream either tomorrow or Saturday once I get the whole regulator thing figured out and I get this thing dialed in. Who knows? I could be on my second keg by the time my experiment comes to an end. But I'm going to get this straightened out. So, and even the tap is like sweating now because it's so freaking hot out here. And that's good. But make sure you've all hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. We are going to Disney the last week in August. So you don't want to miss that 2 days. We're going to end most nights at Epcot. One night we will see the Magic Kingdom show for sure. So thank you, Coach. I appreciate it. Thank you all for being here. I hope you all have a wonderful night. And we will see you all either tomorrow for the impromptu stream or this weekend. And hopefully we got this straightened out. So we will talk to you all later. Thank you very much. We'll see you all later. Bye.